It might be pocket change, but you could be funding a new I-70 project.
Taking time out, controversial candidate puts his run for presidency on hold.
And Santa is making his list and checking it twice in Jefferson City. KOMU 8 News at 9 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on. This is KOMU 8 News at 9 on the CW.
MoDOT is asking state lawmakers for the authority to rebuild I-70 and recover the costs using tools. Good evening, I'm Lindsay Cooper.
And I'm Jamal Landris. MoDOT's director says the highway is simply worn out and is nearing its capacity to carry cars and trucks.
Missouri officials have agreed to a trade deal with China that would boost Missouri exports by $200 million. The deal calls for the Department of Economic Development to work with officials in northwest China to increase exports over the next 2 years. This deal is just a drop in the bucket compared to the agreement Governor Nixon announced last month. That deal has Missouri selling $4.4 billion worth of exports to China for the next 3 years. Another trade deal with the East Asia is drawing criticism overseas. Thousands of protesters flooded a plaza in Seoul today to protest a free trade agreement between the U.S. and South Korea. Scuffles broke out as the rally went on. South Korea's president signed the free trade agreement into law last Tuesday. An overnight fire destroyed a technical school in northeast Missouri. More than 100 firefighters battled the blaze that broke out Friday night at the Pike Lincoln Technical Center in Eolia, 70 miles north of St. Louis. Firefighters report no injuries, but the fire destroyed the building. Administrators say they're working on a plan to relocate classes to a nearby school. No word yet on what caused the fire. Residents in Jefferson City kicked off the holiday season today. Mother Nature may have rained on the Jaycees annual Christmas parade, but no one let that stop them from having a good time. Parade goers sought shelter under buildings, bridges, and umbrellas as they watched the parade. The Jefferson City Jaycees have been sponsoring the parade for about 50 years now. They said they were surprised at how many people turned out despite the rain.
We're going to have a Merry Christmas, even though it's wet. We're going to have a good time tonight, and the Jaycees put on a super good parade for Jeff City, and we're just proud to be part of it.
There were nearly 100 floats in today's parade, and the Jaycees say they should have an estimate of how many people attended by tomorrow.
Fulton residents also braved the rain for today's annual Christmas parade. The Fulton Jaycees have sponsored the parade for more than 30 years. Both families and businesses constructed floats for this year's storybook Christmas theme. Some onlookers say spending time with family is a good reason for coming out in the cold weather.
You get to meet with everybody. Yeah, and like if you haven't seen your grandma for like years, you can finally see her.
Many of the floats seen in Fulton also participate in the new Bloomfield Parade today at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Former defensive coordinator Jerry Sandusky shared his thoughts this weekend on the allegations against him, the university administration, and his boss for more than 30 years, Joe Paterno.
Jay Gray gives a closer look at the man in the center of child rape charges.
Authorities charged Sandusky with 40 counts of molestation with 8 boys over the course of 15 years. He is free on bail until a preliminary hearing on December 13th.
America's veterans have weathered more than the average American, and today's heavy rain didn't stop the unveiling of a new memorial.
KOMU 8's Tong Gao takes us to the dedication of the new War Memorial mural in California, Missouri. Well, that's it for KOMU 8 News at 9. All the stories you saw in today's newscast are available at KOMU.com.
And be sure to check out our Facebook page at KOMU.com/Facebook. We love to hear your comments on our newscast, and be sure to let us know about anything you think we should cover. Thanks.